Assalamu alaikum, family, peace, healing, and light. And welcome back, you guys, to another episode of Healing with Angelica's podcast, where we discuss all things healing. And if you are new to the show, welcome, beautiful souls. On today's episode, we have the beautiful, divine mother of healing joining us today, Queen Afua, as we'll be discussing today's topic, Healing Thyself. Now, Queen Afua is a New York Times bestselling author, holistic health wellness practitioner, entrepreneur, and has been affectionately coined as the mother of womb wellness for over 40 years. As a world-renowned leader and the CEO of the Queen Afua Wellness Institution, she has successfully empowered over 1 million women, men, and children with her workshops, products, books, and teachings founded on the principles of utilizing food, self-care, and holistic choices as a global movement towards a healthier lifestyle. As an award-winning innovator, Queen Afua has achieved numerous firsts in holistic rejuvenation and womb wellness methodologies for Black women spanning the United States, the Caribbean, the United Kingdom, and Africa. She is the first to own and operate a full-service brick-and-mortar holistic center, create a global renowned rites of passage program under her global Sacred Woman Village, and develop a Womb Care Act empowering Black women as womb care workers to reduce mortality rates related to womb wellness issues. The seven-time author has been praised for her work by The Breakfast Club, Vogue, Essence, Red Table Talks, and many others. And in the trusted adverts to notables such as Erica Badu, Jada Pinkett Smith, Lauren London, Common, Iyanla Vanzant, India Ree, and the list goes on. Her work has impacted millions across the globe, from Africa to the United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, and the Virgin Islands. Queen Afua's hope is to bring familiar, communal, and global healing for generations to come. The power to heal is within. Mother Queen, I would just like to say, praise be to Allah. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much for joining us today. How are you?
Oh, I'm excellent. Thank you. And you're so radiant. I can't help but be excellent.
Oh, it's a reflection of you.
Well, it's a good reflection.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes. Praise be to Allah. Again, such an honor to have you on the show today. Now, listen, you guys, we're going to go ahead and get started on today's episode, Healing Thyself. And please, for my audience today, do not hesitate. Now, Put your questions in the comment section below for our special guest, Mother Queen Afua, in the comment section below. And if it be the will of God, inshallah, we will strive to get to all of the questions. So, I could not wait to dive deep in this topic today. It means so much to me to have you here on the show, right? So, healing thyself, a sacred space of remembrance, restoration, and self love. Here, we return to the ancient wisdom that lives within our bones, led by women who has dedicated over 5 decades to awakening the healer in us all. Mother Queen Afua is more than a teacher. She is a living vessel of divine power, guiding us back to harmony through food, breath, spirit, and truth. This journey is not just about feeling better. It is about rising in full awareness of who we truly are in a world that profits from our pain and distractions. Healing thyself is revolutionary act. When we reclaim our health, we reclaim our voice, our choice, and our sacred power. This is where true transformation begins. So that brings me to our Q&A, Mother Queen. Well, I just want to get into the depths of your work and where everything started. And before we get started, did you have anything that you wanted to elaborate on? I didn't want to just throw questions at you.
Well, I'm just grateful that I finally made to Savers Day. That was wonderful, huge. I always had a vision of that happening. Not until Majestic, a divine Muslim woman of high spirit and sacredness, one of my spiritual divine daughters, when she said, I'm going to Savers Day, we were just having a staff meeting. And it just jumped out and says, can I go?
Yes.
So I invited myself, which I never do, but I invited myself, and it was everything that I imagined, and I'm still vibrating from that beautiful space there. That,
Oh,
the brothers and sisters, because I've always known of the nation since I was a teenager. And to actually be in the midst of it, I was feeling so wonderful because they're all freedom fighters to me. That's what it is. For righteousness, for our healing, for our family's well-being, for our wellness. So I felt I was in the right place.
mm,
And then I think time was the second day. One of the wonderful brothers who was getting us back and forth, he said, "It's that heal thyself was within the nation, the book." I
mhm,
didn't know that. Now I understood because when I was doing the Million Man March, I sent my sons to go with their uncle and through Bob Lord, right? They had to have that experience of that level of unity. But when it was the Million Family March, I came to that. And as I was going towards the Capitol, I saw the Muslim women just giving me a greeting, was like they knew me. And I was greeting back as I was walking, I was greeting here, greeting, and so, and then I put it all together. They didn't know me, heal myself. So I've been with the nation for a while. Good day.
so beautiful, Mother Fu. I love that. So grateful you had the chance to come to Savers Day and experience it. Oh my God. This past Savers Day was definitely one to remember. So
Mm.
so grateful to have your presence. Praise be to Allah. Yes. So I want to just get into just healing thyself. Wow. You know, but I'm just so grateful because you really played a part in my life during 2019, 2020. I walked into this it was like this African store and I seen heal thyself. I said, that's different. I've never like seen anything like that, but knowing in my mind that was where I was at in my life, dealing with the thyroid issue and just giving birth, and it was a pandemic, so much was going on in my mind. So I really, really fed off of the knowledge that you gave in that Heal Thyself book. So I'm so grateful to now be here in your presence to even discuss healing thyself, right?
Love that.
Yes, yes. So, Mother Queen, when did you first realize that healing starts from within? And how did food become a part of that revelation for you?
Well, I started young. I started when I was 16. And I was invited to come to a healing retreat. I used to go up to Harlem on 125th Street and 7th Avenue, and there was a center for higher education based on African culture, based on holistic natural living. And I would go and study there. And then they had a huge library, workshops, classes, all about us. And the organization was called Aquarius, and that the Tree of Life. And then I found out there was going to be a retreat, and I just had to go. And I went by myself, but I was not by myself. There were about 35, 40 of us on the bus up to upstate New York, and I got on that bus. And when I got off the bus, the grass, the trees, I started to wheeze because I was a chronic asthmatic, and I had eczema from head to toe, which come different times of the year. And I had a number of health issues at such a young age. But I was eating the toxic all-American diet, and it was killing me. I was not aware that what I was putting in my mouth was actually causing great harm to my skin, to my lungs, to my womb, to my bloodstream, to my nervous system. I was being poisoned. Whenever I had breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I was unconscious.
Mm.
But when I got the bus, everything kicked in, asthma, skin, everything. And then I panicked. I said, what am I supposed to do? What am I going to do? I'm here at this retreat. I was in a cafeteria, put my bags down. That was the first time I ever really asked a question and got an answer that I was conscious of. And I heard the inner voice. Could be God or Allah, Jehovah. But I heard this clear voice tell me, eat grapefruits, lemons, and oranges.
Mm.
I looked to my left and there was a bowl of fruit. And it was a big grapefruit. There was some oranges there, and some lemons and limes and apples. And I had my citrus and rose hips tea. I didn't know that was going to heal me. That was my first formula
Mm.
to heal me. And that whole day, I was still suffering, but I was still drinking the water. I was eating the grapefruit, eating the slices of oranges, and listening to this herbalist, Dr. Johnny Moore, who was talking about the miracles of plants. And I never heard anything like that. Anyway, that night I went to lay down, but I couldn't lay down because my lungs would have collapsed.
Mm.
So everyone went to their rooms and rested, and I had to sit in front of a fireplace sitting up. And that whole night, the heat from the fire was going to my lungs. I didn't understand what was going on. I was just going to sleep. When I woke up, I went to the bathroom, and for 1 hour, mucus drained in my nose, my mouth, my eyes. And I realized as time went by, because I never got another attack again. After all that mucus came, another attack. My skin stopped breaking out. I was in less wound pain every month. My mind was clear. There's a number of things that was clearing up. It took two 21-day cycles
Mm.
to change my life. And the first book I picked up was Dig, Great, and Cook with Mother Nature. And that was really my new beginning. And from that point, as a teenager to now, I'm still on the path of healing myself every single day. In order to keep the healing, I gotta work the healing every day and stay committed. And that's for all of us. That's
Mm.
my beginning. And that's my current. It went from the beginning to now. I'm still doing the same thing that I did then.
Wow, I love that. I love that. I did just recently listen to a live that you did on IG, and you were emphasizing how healing is a journey. Healing is a everyday thing.
Yeah.
And I really, really understood that because even when me just creating this show, Healing with Angelica, I knew this was going to be a journey. I always say healing is a journey, but you should not have to heal alone. That's why we have people like you and those that are on a healing journey helping us through that. But do you mind just giving more of an emphasis as to why is healing a healing journey?
Well, whatever you want to accomplish, you have to stay focused. And in your focus and in your putting the word, the mind, the spirit, you'll bring it to you. But does not mean that you will keep that if you don't nurture. You have to study, you have to nurture, you have to apply. So that's where the journey comes in because people can overcome 21 days, a whole season of cleansing. Most every disease can be eliminated through herbs, plant based eating, internal cleansing, healing baths, prayers, affirmation. If you take it as a way of life, the body can heal itself. If you go back, and many of my clients will say, well, once I finish this, can I go back to the way I was eating? Well, you can. And what will happen is the disease will return.
Mm.
The only way to secure your well being, this is your health insurance policy, is to live a life of natural living. And I knew that because every now and again I would go off and have a piece of cheese and then the asthma would kick in.
Mm.
I'd have something with sugar and I'll start getting depressed, moody. So everything that you put in your system creates an energy field. Right now, I am cooking split pea soup.
Mm.
I need you to keep talking while I turn, because I'm 3 flights up, it's a brownstone. I'm gonna turn it off because I'm smelling it and I would like to not have the house. Okay.
Go right.
Please keep it going. I'll be right back. This is called real time. I'm
Yeah.
making lunch. Be
No,
right
you're fine. You're fine. God is great to have Queen in our presence, giving us the divine wisdom, divine knowledge of healing thyself. So if you guys are already enjoying it, we about 15 minutes in, you guys. Put the fire emojis in the comment section, you guys. And if you got questions, inshallah, we're gonna strive to get to the question, right? So yes, looking forward to it. Our Mother Queen gotta go in the kitchen and check her soup, right? The good old soup, right? Assalamu alaikum, Sister Nisa. Assalamu alaikum, Brother Tony. And those that are joining us, peace. Assalamu alaikum, Sister Ebony. Thank you for joining us. Sister Mary, praise be to Allah. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome, welcome. And hey, if you know anyone that is in need of healing, okay, this is so needed. Yes, it is. Praise be to Allah, Sister Jen. If you know anybody that is in need of this message, please send this link out. Share with other people. Blow people with this because we need this.
back. Gotta stay in shape.
All right, you got it.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes. Praise to Allah.
Thank you for being flexible. It's called real life.
Yeah, this is
You know,
real,
you can.
real life things, right?
I've been up since 4 o'clock working, right?
Mm-hmm.
One thing I know for sure in terms of a journey, I have to keep healing. There's really no time off.
Mm.
The time that you take off is when we get into car accidents. The time you take off, you'll start fighting with your family, arguing. The times you take off because you're off. In order to heal yourself, the time you take off, you throw in that fibroid, right? The time you take off, you have parts of your body removed. Sometimes a kidney, um, sometimes an ovary. Oftentimes, so many black women, by the time they're 56, they have hysterectomies. So when you take off, you're off.
Mm.
You're off-centered. You're off of your wellness, your well-being. And in order to grow your life, you have to be growing cells every day, healthy cells. In order to grow your life, you have to be growing and healing your bloodstream every day. You have to be growing your thoughts every day. And if you do it every day, then you can maintain wellness. And healing is not really complicated. We just made it complicated because so much toxicity around us. Healing is 2 things, or disease is 2 things: either malnourishment, the body's not nourished, the cells are not nourished, the brain is not nourished, you have forgetfulness, you have senility, the bones are not nourished, you get arthritis, the colon is not purified or nourished, then you get a fibroid. If your respiratory is toxic, you have asthma, allergies. So If you can look at all disease as really two things with different names according to the different parts of the anatomy, and if you feed nourishment into your body daily, your breakfast, solid breakfast, liquid lunch, liquid dinner, solid dinner, sun goes down, liquefy. If you get into that type of a rhythm, which I developed a system to stay in tune, to stay fortified. So no matter what your age is, you're going to get better with time. That's just a total shift. To actually get better with time is people don't believe that could happen, but you actually can. You can get smarter with time. You can get stronger with time. You can get more flexible with time. You can be more loving with time because you have time to cultivate. If you keep cultivating yourself through all the seasons of your life, then you can overcome the DNA toxicity, stuff passed down through the bloodline. You can actually create great wealth in your own life, in your own mind, in prosperity. If you're taking excellent care of yourself, then you can do supernatural feats. All the blessings that are in us, they're in us. I look at us as a treasure.
Mm.
And we all are granted a treasure chest, a bank. Whatever we need, it's in. If you want to tap in, you have to clean up.
Mm.
If you can clean up, that's what I said, liberation through purification. If you can clean up your thoughts, your bloodstream, your colon, your nervous system, you can clean up and repair and rebuild every day and be excited about it, then you will find your blessings, whether it be in relationships that are healthy and not damaging, or whether it be in your finance and growing your own work, your own business, become an entrepreneur, so you can feed your family, you can feed your community from your wisdom. So whatever that is, if our frequency is high, and I read frequency, that's my primary work, to read energy in the body through elemental healing. So if the frequency, ether, air, fire, water, earth, is on the highest frequency, that's when you're in your optimal state. Now that frequency can go low. If you have a conversation that's toxic and you buy into that, if you eat some fast food, junk food, fried food, microwave, GMO food, your frequency now can be challenged. It can go down. But if you are eating whole foods, organic foods, natural foods, eating in the right time of the day, then what will happen is you'll stay on the highest frequency where where heaven dwells.
Mm.
Heaven doesn't dwell on earth, and it dwells in us. But you have to reach for higher heights. And if you can reach for your highest self and really clean up and repair on a way of life or throughout your life journey, starting today. Today may be the first day of your journey. Start today and then commit every day. And the next day, recommit. And the next month, recommit deeper. And the next season, just commit deeper. I am more committed to my healing than I was in the beginning. Yeah. If I want to maintain, people have told me, Queen, you can now slow down and you should, you can kind of retire now. I just start laughing. I can imagine. I found my calling.
Mm.
This is my purpose. This is why I came on this planet. Why would I give up on my purpose? I may do a little different. I may not write as much. I may write more. But everyone has a calling. And if you stay in your journey, you will find your calling.
Mm.
You'll find your purpose. And then you will find the people to help support your purpose.
Mm.
So we can create heaven on earth. And it's just how we live our lives. We can create peace on earth. And in our community, it's just how we live our lives. And this melanin, this right here, I believe it's one of the greatest gifts of all humanity. And you could be born with melanin on this level, on our level. But what happens if we're eating all the junk and the fried and the fast and the processed and the GMO, and we're in a food desert and we don't know how to bring whole foods into our community, then we're going to be at the lowest level. More violence in our home, more suffering in our wombs, more mental illness. Those are issues that are happening now. 90% of Black women have fibroid tumors. And that's it's the pipeline to hysterectomy. And science is finding, they just research, you know what, guess what? 50% of those hysterectomies weren't even necessary. Okay, whose womb did you take? I can where are those wombs going?
Okay.
Okay. Are they recycling them and giving them away? What's happening here?
Mm.
Right? So we just have to be so mindful and just so take. This is a gift. This temple, this body temple, is a gift from the Most High, and we can honor it every day as a way of life, as a journey, and no looking back, just look forward and upward. We will not only will we be blessed, but our families will be blessed, and our communities will be blessed. And that's what keeps me going. That's what keeps me excited about it, because I can see the miracles. I see them every day. People come and say, "Oh, I worked with someone a few days ago, and she had a hysterectomy and chronic pain." And I said, "Well, before you travel, I'm going to come by. I don't do house calls often, but I've known her for some time." So I came by with my green light formula and my wound food julep, and I did an energy reading on her. And I brought some green juice and wheatgrass with me, pure, organic. And I gave that to her. And I said, "Okay, now take this, breathe it." I read her before, I said, I know who she was. I said, "Now invert, legs on the bed, head on the floor. The legs are higher so the blood and circulation come back into the womb." The next day I got a call. She was crying on the phone. She was weeping, not crying, weeping her soul. She said this was the first time since her surgery, which was 2 months ago. I think it was about 2 months ago. She had no pain. I said, "Because your body was malnourished. You weren't eating dead foods. You were drinking coconut water. You were eating a vegetarian lifestyle, but you need concentrated, focused healing, and that would break that cycle of pain."
Mm.
And that's why that's exactly, of myself and Majestic, we're working together brilliantly, and Sister Majestic is really taking on our 7-7 program. Please, everyone, join us.
Eh,
Because we're launching 7 books at the end of this month, and there'll be 7 workshops to accompany the training. And we are partnering, and she's teaching it, and because she's been so committed for the years. And so I love that, because she's, from the nation. We're bonding and we are connecting, and our spiritual paths should make us closer,
yes.
not more divided because we have different spiritual paths. It's all one divine. And, we can honor that together as we heal. So much to look forward to.
Oh my gosh, I love it. While we're talking about the program, do you mind giving us a little bit of insight on that? Our audience maybe.
Yes, absolutely. This work was developed, it was initially called City of Wellness. It was one book, about 350 pages. It came out 17 years ago. And then to now, I was led to take this book of food as medicine, based on the 7 chakras, or the original term, African term Ari to Ari2. And I brought it to 7 different titles. I want you to imagine one of the books. I'll just call the names, because this is the teaching. The books and the teachings, the workshops go together hand in hand. So you have the Soulful Vegan Kitchen, Food is Medicine, recipes, movements, affirmations, information, awareness. And in that one we have the International Soul Food Kitchen. We have donated recipes that I doctored up holistically, from Africa, from Nigeria. We have recipes from Southern Soul Food, Caribbean Soul Food, Spanish Soul Food, and we're just showing one how to take what you have in your culture, your family's food, and then make it where it's whole, where it doesn't cause you to bleed heavy as a woman, or cause you to have headaches or depression or mood swings, or strokes or aneurysms. So it's whole, everything is whole and well planned out. So that's the first kitchen of consciousness. That's the soulful vegan kitchen. So you can just take your own recipe book and you can just revamp it, bring in the food alternatives. And so everything you're eating is healthy. Everything you're eating is repairing and restoring. The second book is the Manifestation Lunch Kitchen. What happens with children after lunch, if they eat a normal or American diet lunch, they start fighting, running, they lose control. So teachers normally give all the intellectual work in the morning. because they're going to be wild by the afternoon, wired. And they're sugar and white bread and a lot of meat, so they're already poisoned. So they're not as controllable. So they just kind of let them play, run off some of that energy of toxicity. That's what was happening. But even in adults, what they do after a toxic lunch of hamburgers and French fries, um, what they'll do is get depressed or get tired or start surfing on their phone, just waiting for 5 o'clock to come and get out of here, as opposed to being creative and being brilliant and bringing something new to the world, doing that after lunch, because the lunch was a dead lunch. So it kills you, literally. It kills your creativity, it kills your energy, it kills your memory. So, but if you eat whole at lunch, and I give you some lunches and what you could do as an alternative, then you have, that's the second. The third kitchen is the live food vegan kitchen, sun food. And so when you have sun through photosynthesis, the sun goes into the plants and gives it its pigmentation, which gives it its vitality. So you're literally taking in sunlight. Can you imagine eating sun? I had the biggest salad before coming here. I feel it. I feel the salad in my body.
Yeah.
Avocado. I feel the olive oil cold press. I feel the enrichment of the food. And so to have that live foods gives you more greater vitality. You can incorporate, if you're not doing 100%, just incorporate more live foods at lunch and dinner time. And
Yes.
morning fruit bowl platter. Then you have the fourth kitchen, which represents, it's called the emerald green kitchen.
Mm.
And you can have like 2 or 3 days of nothing but greens, down to a lime. Squeeze a lime, put that in warm water, break up the congestion, protects your immune system. Have an avocado day to keep the doctor away, lunch and dinner. Make a dressing. I have my special avocado dressing in it. You're gonna love it. And then you'll have your salads twice a day. You'll have a vegetable green soup. So just having green, which is gonna just bring your body to life and vitality and rejuvenation. And then you have the Fastest Kitchen, just came off of Ramadan, and just, it's so wonderful because Majestic has a portion she wrote in that chapter, bring the nation into it. And so it's just wonderful because fasting is a way of life. And intermittent fasting, when the sun goes down, I recommend we fast when the sun goes down, because when you bring food in at night into your system, your body won't process it. So you wake up in the morning heavy, tired, mentally, physically fatigued. We should 7 hours, 6 hours of sleep. We're supposed to wake up alive. So we wake up sleepy and tired and groggy and out of it. That means we're sick. So, but if you shift that around, if you try it out for a few nights, when the sun goes down, have a cup of tea, have like a little vegetable soup, have a fruit bowl, mono fruit bowl, just a bowl of strawberries or a bowl of oranges, simple with seeds in them. And then you have the healer's kitchen. That's the sixth kitchen. The healer's kitchen is, I have guest healers, and I'm so grateful that I have Dr. Africa's recipe, his favorite recipe. He's an ancestor now, but he's always with us. And our ancestors, our mothers, our grandmothers, our elders, they're always with us. That's the power of who we are. And because of them, we are. And so acknowledging that there's a healer in all of us. And it's really necessary to become a healer of your family. That's, the goal of all this work is to become a healer of your family and create a wellness center within your home. So that's one of the things that we teach in the training, is how to set up your various rooms so that you have healthy. A kitchen becomes a kitchen laboratory. Soup, salads, juices, dressings, it's medicine. Every time you eat, you're healing. In the hydrotherapy room, that's your bathroom. That's where you de-stress. The baths, the showers, the enemas, the nose rinses. It's a wonderful place to recalibrate. And then we go to the bedroom and the inversion therapy and the self massage there. So you wake up creative and fresh with great concepts and ideas will come through you. Maybe there's a book inside of you. It's just sitting there, but you start activating your melanin and your creativity. You could become a writer possibly, or create a concept that's going to change the world and heal our people. And then the final kitchen is the liberation kitchen. And that's the soup kitchen. If you can have a soup 3 times a week that has all the vegetables that you just love and just drop a bowl of okra in there, you're going to get a full life. Because we're 75% liquid, our bodies, and 25% solid. So you put, when the liquid comes liquid, then you're more flexible, you're younger, you're more vibrant, you just, everything is just open now because of the soups that we're taking in. And so I've given several choices of liquefying through soups. And so those are the 7 kitchens of consciousness. And all of your 7 chakras or 7 RVs really begin to be restored and awakened. And then you'll have a sick family. You have a wellness family and you have a wellness home. And that's the journey that we're taking you on. So those books, so everybody put in their calendar. I believe you can order them in advance, but we're gonna wait until they're in our hands.
Okay.
And they'll be in our hands by the 22nd. And so those who are ready, they can start registering now and, be with us, check our website and get ready for a new life.
Yes, this sounds so exciting.
Yes,
To
it
go to
is.
the website, the queenafua.com to register.
Mhm.
Is that the website? Okay.
Yes, beautiful.com.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh my God. That sounds like that just sounds so beautiful and just praise be to God.
But
Thank
when you say heal thyself, that in itself, it just brings it around full circle.
you. Mhm.
You're like a younger version of me. That's you,
Oh, praise be to Allah. Like
you are you are so convicted, just like I am, and you're ready
yeah,
to tell the truth. You have your own testimony. I can feel your testimony, and you have committed yourself to lift our people up. I listened to the music. I saw the visual, and I commend you for doing this work. And we need it. And we need somebody to lift us up and catch us in the gap and fortify us. So it's just wonderful to see that reflection.
praise be to Allah, sis. I'm just so grateful, Mother Afua, for this opportunity, like I said, and we nourishment already, like all those different types of food. You got me hungry, like oh. Guys, if you guys would like to register, please make sure I have the website going. Scrolling down the screen, I definitely want to get to some of the questions that we have from our audience, and then we'll get into the giveaway. Super excited. So yes. If you guys are enjoying this episode just as well as I am, please show your support today by texting the word donate to 937-313-2466. All donations will be towards the continuation of Healing with Angelica's podcast and the building of Healing with Angelica's Community Healing Center. I love you all. Now let's get back to today's episode, Healing Thyself with Mother Queen Afua. Super excited. So now I told everybody to send me their questions, but I knew it was gonna get live when we got on the show. So we got a lot of questions, not too much to overwhelm you, Mother Queen. So I do want to bring up a question here that was actually sent to. I have a brother here. His name is Brother Jerry Allen. He asked, "What do you recommend to deal with an enlarged prostate for men?"
Oh, this is a wonderful question. Actually, I'm bringing back out the Man's Life Herbal Formula. So I'm going to give you some of the herbs I want you to get. Burdock, dandelion, echinacea. Boil at 7 o'clock at night, boil 3 cups of water. Add 3 teaspoons of that compound into your water. Let it steep overnight. And I want you to, the next day, it's going to be a strong herbal medicine. You're going to strain it, get a tea strainer, and then put it in a thermos jug or drink it immediately. And just finish it up. Finish it by 11 o'clock. Don't reheat it, don't refrigerate it. So that's going to detox your prostate.
Mm.
Then these are 2 forms I'm going to tell them to order immediately. One is the Green Life Nutritional Formula. This is my formula. And this formula, you'll take it I take it 2 or 3 times every day myself. And so I would say for him to get that and take a tablespoon, a heaping tablespoon, in the first 2 days, take a teaspoon so the body can get acclimated because it's going to be a lot of healing. The body may not be used to. And this has your spirulina, your moringa, your sea moss, your turmeric, and your golden flaxseed. So it has all the minerals and vitamins the body requires to repair itself. So your prostate is going to be repairing, but it's just not your prostate, it's your bloodstream that has also repair and detox. And it's also your colon has become regulated.
Mm.
Right, so the flax will help to regulate it. And I want you to have okra, my brother, have okra at least 2 or 3 times a week. A bowl of it, put in your soup. You can have it when the soup is almost done, just put it in. Or either make it raw, chop it up raw, put it into your salad. That also helps to restore the prostate because the prostate is congested from the colon being impacted. So your colon is backed up. So you have to clean out as above, so below. The colon more than likely is protruding and it's under the navel. And when it drops under the navel, because it's backup of waste, it goes on the bladder, and the bladder is pressed down to the prostate. So we clean that out. And if you have pain, I don't know if you have pain, but you might have some shooting pain, you want to get the rejuvenation clay because the clay, it has zinc, potassium, calcium, magnesium. So you'll get a gauze and you'll scoop out a tablespoon of the clay, spread that on a gauze, and then place that right over the prostate and put some tape on both sides to keep it in place while you're sleeping. I'm giving a whole consultation. I have one more thing to do. Tay, you took 10% of what I said, you'll have a life. And then then you get 3 pillows. This is for women too. 3 pillows, I do this, I've been doing it for 40 years. Put 3 pillows at the foot of the bed, pillow 1 on top of pillow 2 on top of pillow 3. Rest your legs on those pillows. That means your head is lower than your legs. It will send blood down flow into the legs, into the prostate, purging, cleansing, rejuvenating, nervous system into the brain. 10-minute inversion every night before going to sleep. And when you get up in the morning, you want to do the same thing 10 minutes before you get out of bed. 21 days from now, you're going to give us a testimony. I'll be waiting.
You hear that, Jerry, brother Jerry? Now she gave you a whole consultation.
All
So,
right.
and anybody else that is dealing with that, like that, so much powerful information right there. So thank you so much, Mother Queen, for that. We have another question here that was sent in. A beautiful sister in the nation. She asked, and let me know, the question is kind of long. I don't have it on the screen, but she sent it in. She asked, how do we know the sound of our womb's voice once we begin doing the work to contact our sacred womb and do writing and journaling in a certain way to prove to be more conductive to forging that bond?
Okay. Well,
Big question. Maybe we can.
it's a great question. I think she has the book already. She
Yeah.
sounds like she has the book Sacred Woman. So that's the first thing. What I want you to do, there's a chapter here that says the spirit of the womb. Read that over. And there are several questions that you can begin to ask yourself about your relationships and your intimacy and your feelings about your womanhood. And as you're starting to answer the questions, you're going to hear the Creator just walk and talk through you and speak through your body, which is connecting you to your womb, and you're going to hear that voice. And one of the easiest ways to begin to heal the voice, connect, is to take a healing bath.
Mm.
And I've been telling people, my daughter said, could you just please put the formula together? Because you keep telling everybody to say, anyway, I created this formula here.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yes.
And, and it's actually fresh off the press. It doesn't even show up on the website yet. That's how fresh off the press it is.
Yes.
And it's rose oil, which opens up the heart, emotionally balancing you. When your heart is heavy, you can't hear your voice, you can't hear the Creator, you can't hear wisdom. But when your heart starts to clear out, you can connect to your divinity. So this is rose, this is frankincense and myrrh. Frankincense and myrrh purifies and opens the doorway to a more pure, clean, healthier relationship with yourself. And then it has the lavender, which is uplifting, uplifts the spirit. So these three aromatherapies are in this one bottle. And you put that into a bath. You put 5 drops in, or one long dropper into the water, and the water should be warm as you can handle it, with 1 pound of Epsom salt, Dead Sea salt, or Himalayan salt. Stay in that, light a candle, stay in that tub for 30 minutes. While in that tub, relax, massage yourself, connect, and then just ask, my womb has a voice and she can speak. What do you say? What wisdom do you have for me? Just go in. Take a deep breath, relax. And all of a sudden you're going to hear, she might say something like, you're working too hard, you're hurting yourself, you're hurting us. You should not be intimate now with anyone. You have to take care of yourself first. You have to be with the right mate. She may tell you, you're not exercising us. You're always sitting at the desk, but you don't move. I'm tuning into that. So you go in and you just ask, and then the voice will start communicating with you. Sometimes we hear the voice come out of our heart. Sometimes we hear it come out of our left ear. And sometimes we can hear it come right out of our womb. She has a voice and she does speak. And that voice I connected to. So when I was writing the book Sacred Woman, and she gave me she gave me the womb yoga and the 25 womb rejuvenation test. She just kept talking. She said, I have so much to tell you now that you're connected.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love that. And I love the womb yoga you've been doing. It's just
Oh
so
gosh, you know about the womb yoga? Drop the mic.
boom.
Okay, you get me too worked up. I'm so
Yeah.
excited that you actually pay. You know, because I know I'm a woman of a certain age, so I sometimes don't think I'm really connecting, but I'm so connected to all of that because y'all follow, and I forget that y'all actually watching me on all these different things.
Yeah,
So thank you.
love it.
I'm gonna tell you, I've been doing this from younger for 30 years. It's not a new thing. It's not a new situation. It's been
Okay.
right, but it's been inside the book Sacred Woman. So if you don't read Sacred Woman, you really don't know anything about it. But what happened 2 weeks ago, I was invited to be one of the keynotes at, it was New Life Yoga and Health Expo. I said, you know what most, I started listening, I was getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I got the message, you have to bring your yoga out there to the world. You know, now it's gonna come out, everyone's gonna see it. That's why you're telling me. So I did. And this room yoga has morphed into a whole nother level.
Mm.
So now I'm going to be teaching. But my sister Muhammad I was at Savers Day. She was telling me what she's done for the nation with the house for Honorable Elijah Muhammad's home. I got a chance to come see it the next day. It was a mind blower. I said, oh my gosh. And then I was showing her my yoga. And she said, what about the men? I said, well, I've been really focused with the women. But then she said, well, what about the men? And guess what? We're getting ready to go taping for the womb yoga for women meets. I don't know if I should, most can I say it now? Can I say it out loud? Falcon Rising. I love you. Falcon Rising for our men,
Ooh.
based on Kemetic teachings from the Nile Valley. So you'll see the symbol of Kepra in the body,
Mm.
transformation. You'll see the Sky Mother over the whole humanity because she represents heaven on earth through us. You see her movement. You'll see the seat of power for the mother's seat. Her ox is the name of that seat for the feminine principle, but also Asar is the masculine principle. So the download, and I'm going to be. I have 2 young men flying in, and 2 sisters flying into Brooklyn, for me to train them so they could be the face of it.
So exciting.
First one. I didn't even know it was gonna. I didn't know if I was gonna be able to pull all the because they have a special attire with the logo on it. I didn't know I was gonna. I just rented out the space for it. I'm flying them in. They're going to be at a health expo in Atlanta presenting it. So it's a lot happening. Craig really is working me
Yes.
today on this work. So when you mentioned yoga, you just opened up a sacred box.
I could not wait to mention that because I'm just now really getting into yoga. Like even just taking just a little 5 minutes in the morning,
Uh,
much energy that I just from just I know it's more than just stretching, but
mhm.
it's a liberating. So I could not wait to mention that. I see you've been doing it, and I'm glad you done gave us a sneak peek of what's going to happen with this. I love it. I love it. I know. Like I said, if I'm not able to get to all of the question, I'm going to go ahead and do a few more questions.
Go
And
ahead.
if I'm not able to get to all the questions, you guys, we will save the questions. And inshallah, we may be able to send it to Queen and she can answer at her own time.
Be fine.
Okay, so I see we had a question here from Sister Ayana Crawford. Now, this question is here on the live. Let me see if I can put it up. There it is. I like this is a beautiful this is beautiful and I'm so honored to be with both of you. I want to understand the healing process when losing someone as close to you as a mother. How should one truly express the grief and pain and how to cope or heal?
Mhm. Well, there is called the life, and then it's called the afterlife, which means there's two lives going on. There's a life when you're in the body, you have a body as a covering of your spirit, because your spirit is inside, actively guiding, opening up doors. And then there is the afterlife when the body is not there, but the spirit is still active.
Mm,
And that's what we call the ancestors, those who moved forward and continued a life. And that you may hear them, the ancestors, you may hear them in your vision. They may come in your dreams to give you a message, to give you guidance. When you call out their name, their works continue through you.
ooh,
If you forget them, then they will be forgotten. But if you pour libation, just pour water on a plant and say thank you. It's not worship, it's not to worship. You're not worshiping. You are just saying thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for the knowledge. And they'll send people to you. You'll notice all of a sudden, that's something my mother said, or something my grandmother used to say. That's them speaking and moving and helping you. So then when someone passes, you don't go into such a grief. You really go into thank you.
mm,
You have to go into, oh, mother, father, grandmother, grandfather, thank you. Thank you for the teachings. That because that we come here, we're travelers. We're traveling this life. And we travel the body, and then there's a point we travel into the spirit,
mhm.
without the body. And so they will continue to help us. And pour the libation, getting up when you do your prayer time, call them, write to them, write them letters, and sing to them, sing with them. My mother leaving, I'm closer to my mother more than ever. I'm in shock. But something happened to let me know. When my mother was passing, she was away from me for one day, brought to the hospital, and she passed on my way to see her, to bring her nutrients. I was bringing things with me. And I had 10 minutes before seeing her. I opened up the door real slow. It was like, oh, I'm going to see my mother in this state. I wasn't ready, but I had to be ready. And I opened the door and I went to touch her arm. And she said, I'm not over here. I'm not here. I'm over there. I said, wait a minute. I'm not here. I will never forget that because that's my philosophy. That, the body is here, but the spirit. And when the person came in to get all the information from me and my mother sat together. I could believe it. And it was by the window. The person came in, and I was able to. My mother is very organized, much more organized than I am.
Mhm.
And she organized. everything in that moment to take her remains and to treat her with royalty. So I just know, and I'm telling you, don't look at your family going in the grave. No, they're in the spirit now. Communicate with them directly. Communicate with them now, and it'll give you such peace.
Hmm. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for answering that, Mother Queen. This is up to you because we're on your time. We can do one more question before we do the gift giveaway.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So I see here we have a question here from Darren Howard. He stated, "Today the world of science is proving that spiritual abilities such as ESP and astral travel and dream walking are real. What are your experiences with these phenomena, and what is the relationship between change, healing, and coming into higher awareness of our divine powers?"
Oh, you just want to take man, heal thyself. That's such a loaded. It would, you know how long I answer. I take a while to answer questions. So I'm just going to say that we are. I'm going to just cap it.
Yes.
We are spiritual beings at all times, and when we go, I don't say go to sleep. I say we're resting. I never sleep because you'll be unconscious again, and you don't know why things keep happening to you. But you rest, then travel. You're resting and traveling at the same time because when you go into your alpha state and go into your rest state, you are seeing things that you could not see or face in your conscious, so-called conscious state of being. So there are messages. So your goal is to remember your other life, which we
Mhm.
call the dream world. And that is your subconscious giving you information, inspiration, guidance, giving you the truth. Sometimes we see horror, suffering, and pain, but that's what we're carrying. And sometimes we see light and revelations and doors open, knowledge given. And what you do is you take that from that dream world and then you bring it into this physical world. You do lessons learned, so journal, write a journal, channel, scribe. Our ancestors, we were scribe as a spirit to who you write down what you can retain. And what you start practicing that, you'll start to have the worlds will come together. And you'll look forward to the lifetime of rest, to get deep information to how to make your walking life work for you. The best time to activate all of that is between the hours of 4 and 6, and without an alarm clock, because you don't want to jolt yourself into this physical world. You want to come into it with awareness and ease. So, in order to do that, you cannot eat late after. You can't eat after 6. You have to eat light: water, tea, juice, a light soup, a mono fruit. And then when you wake, when you're in that state, you recall more, you remember more. So you become your own healer, your own psychiatrist, your own metaphysician by bridging those two worlds together. So I know, come to the training. It's a lot to learn.
Yes, yes. Answering that, Mother Queen. And thank you so much, Darren, for that beautiful, beautiful question. Thank you so much. So
Yeah.
I just want to say again, thank you so much, Mother Queen, for joining us. And we're gonna go ahead and get into it's listen, we had so many packed questions. This was so engaging. I loved it. This is just awesome. So I want us to go ahead and get into the gift giveaway.
Oh,
I forgot.
yes.
Thank you, Mother Queen, for this opportunity.
Thank you.
I would like to just give gratitude again for us all coming together and to ask some of your students and leaders of a Queen Afua Wellness Institution online with us today. So we would like to welcome our beautiful sister, Majestic. I just love her so much. Be helping us with the gift giveaway. Give us a moment, you guys.
Give thanks. Greetings.
Greetings.
Great.
There
Mother,
you are.
Mother Queen, always an honor and a blessing to be in your presence.
Thank you, Mother.
Um, oh, when I think of just, this divine work and the nourishment, the life for our community, um, I reflect on, my own personal wellness and healing journey, and it's every day. It's every day. So building with sister, I'm so humbled, Sister Angelica, to be here and just be a part of the circles, the powerful work that you're putting in to our communities.
Yes, my
Praise the Lord.
honor.
Yes, ma'am.
So for all who's listening and tuning in, whether it be through YouTube or Facebook, social media, we want to thank you for your coming. And we have some giveaways on behalf of Kawi. Um, and with all that Queen shared about some of the products.
Mhm.
Well, let's see. And so if you I'm going to share. Is it possible that we could just share an email in the chat for those who can see it, or I'll just say it? And for those who want more information about some of the products that Queen mentioned or some of the programs, you can email majestic at queenafua.com. Okay, majestic at queenafua.com. And so, do we have a drum roll, Angelica? Okay, so for those who have heard, Queen mentioned some of the products. One of the first giveaways we are gifting to is Where It All. Actually, this is the second book as far as where it all began for me. The first book is called Heal Thyself,
Myself.
an absolute beautiful just contribution to life itself. And so it's very divine, but just as much sacred woman. The gateways are real. I attest to this. In 2017, I joined Sacred Woman Village and signed up for the Sacred Woman program. Oh, go ahead, sister. There we go.
We go hold it together.
Oh, thank you. So come on now, family. Talk to her nicely.
Come on, wake up the healers,
That's right.
the mothers.
And part of me, in the name of Allah, the Creator, uh, and now I share. So the
Thanks.
first giveaway will be the Sacred Woman book, and once again, the 12 weeks, the Passage program, the Sacred Woman program. There will be some. It's season, right? So in fall, if you missed out for spring, it will be an opportunity and an open door for you for fall. But don't wait till then. Get your get your book. So we would like to bless uh, Rachel Green. So if Rachel Green
Yeah.
is in the, I see you, sister. So Rachel Green, we want to gift you with the Sacred Woman.
Rachel Green. Love
All
it.
right. And so you'll leave your information with Angelica. She'll take your info and we will have it shipped out to you. Okay.
Mhm.
And so the second giveaway we would like to bless is so this book right here. Okay.
Oh.
Queen, you want to share a little bit about plan?
Oh, hey. This is actually the most updated out visual. And this is Planet Heal. What would you do to heal planet Earth?
Mm.
In this book, there's 76 healers. So that means you're going to get an introduction into all the holistic choices from, we have a herbalist, urban farmer, naturopath, breathologist, vegan chefs, community activists, wealth builders, motivational speakers, metaphysician, life coaches, numerologists, yoga instructors, Reiki teachers, spiritual leaders. They're all in here, 76. These are many of them I grew up with, and they've been doing the work for 3 and 4 decades. You have pure wisdom. And then you'll be able, it's a direction in the back. You can actually call them up, text them, email them, so that you can get extra support. We all have different ways in which we approach our well-being, our healing. And so you have all those choices. So their work will live forever because we're passing it on. Once you get it, then you're going to pass this work on to your family. So we have so many ways. Not one way that we heal ourselves. There's many ways we can heal thyself. And so this will be a great introduction for every home.
Amazing. So we want to give thanks, and we are gifting this to Bonnie, who tapped in. Sister Bonnie, this is for you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. And we have three more gifts to give away. Now, physically, we don't have this one for me to show, but this gift is going out to the master call. So this is what he goes by, the master call. Okay. So this gift is going out. You can send your info to Angelica. This is man, heal thyself.
Oh, that's perfect.
And I believe Queen has one. There you go. Man,
Man,
heal thyself is going out to the master call.
okay.
Okay. And so lastly, what I would like to share with you all, as you've seen, Queen shared some products. I can attest to a lot of the products, and I can attest to a lot of the books. This is a part of my lifestyle. The first one Queen mentioned is the clay, not in any order, but the clay. OMG. Oh Allah. Let me tell you, I want each and every one of you all to visit the website afterwards and really look into getting the products yourself. 21 different ways to heal, to aid with our diseases, not disease. I didn't say disease, okay? Diseases. So eczema, oral. I know that a sister had asked about how do you help with the oral with the teeth for the gums, strengthening of our gums and our oral hygiene, aches and pains. Like literally, one sister I was mentoring and she used it in literally 3 days, the aches and pains. So this one here, we are gifting to Radiance. Radiance.
Right.
There is a radiance in the audience somewhere. We are gifting.
Where you at, Radiant?
Lovely. Radiance. It's going to get radiant healing.
Okay. There you go.
And lastly, I would like to speak a little bit about it. These two products here, this is the Green Life. And there was a brother who asked a question earlier, and we would love to gift you. I'll tell you something about the Green Life. The Green Life, nutrition, organ repair, addiction. If you have certain addictions, food addictions, drug addictions, constipation. I mean, you know what? Let me show y'all how real this is for me. Green Life is phenomenal. So please, we would like to gift this to our brother Jerry. Brother Jerry, we are gifting you with the Green Life.
Yes, wonderful. Oh, he's good. Let me tell you, if you have headaches, if you have mood swings, if you wake up tired, if you're a little slow in your step, about 7 days after taking this Green Life, you're going to be renewed. You're going to feel the shift in your life. And so once you put in this high level of high frequency eating, consumption, you're going to make it a way of life. So welcome aboard into your wellness. Give thanks. Heal thyself.
Excellent. And finally, finally, our final giveaway is the breath of life. And this giveaway, I mean, for me, I've used this headaches. I've used it for congestion, sinus. It is so powerful. One of our sacred sisters, got to shout her out. I always do it because especially during COVID, our sacred sisters, oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Erica Badu. How do I draw a blank? Erica Badu. She buys these and she just gifts them out to our people in the community.
Yes.
Yes.
She loves this product. And so for me, couple drops under the tongue, you feel it. My brothers, two of my brothers, I have 6 of them, but whenever they say they have a sore throat, I say, okay, no problem, just come on over here, open it, couple drops under the tongue, solid. Okay, so we would love to gift this last one. And I mean, I'm gifting it to Angelica. Gifting it to my sister. I don't know if you have any in stock.
Oh my gosh, listen, I was like, dang, I wish I was a part of the giveaway.
These sorts of things. You put it out there, here it comes. That's powerful.
Yes. So I'll be sending you, Angelica, your breath of life. And we want to thank everyone who came to the show today. It was phenomenal, so rich. I'm reading in the chats. I'm on my computer here and over here, and I just see the joy, the life circulating in the community. So peace and blessings. Mother Queen, thank you so much. Thank you, Angelica, for this opportunity to be a part of.
I love it, Angelica. Just wonderful.
Praise
being with you today.
Thank you both for joining us today. And I want to go ahead and close out with you both on the screen. I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
This was so fun. I can only imagine just being space, how fun it will be. So I'm just so grateful. Thank you all for joining us today to discuss this well-needed topic, healing thyself. I would also like to thank my amazing audience and healing tribe for joining us today. I pray that this episode was informative, valuable, and no other than healing to you all. Also, be sure to share, like, follow, and subscribe so you won't miss out on any of our upcoming episodes on any of your favorite podcast station. Closing the Gap broadcast on YouTube, Knowledge for Life on YouTube, and Healing with Angelica on Facebook and YouTube to help spread the light of healing to others in need. Also, if you are ready to start your healing journey and don't know where to start, Healing with Angelica is here to assist. Get started on your healing journey today with my one-on-one The Healing Journey program by texting the word READY to 937-313-2466. And with that is a free 50-minute consultation, including the Healing Journey checklist. And I also want to mention thank you so much to my sister, Sister Jeanne. She literally helped me in this healing circle that we just started at the beginning of this month. April 1st was the first healing circle, you guys. So I would like to invite you all to the Healing Circle, a sacred place for us all, men and women, to collectively heal together. The Healing Circles are every first of the month, 6 p.m. Eastern. In order to join, just text CIRCLE to 937-333-2466. And before we end today's show, Mother Queen, Sister Jeanne, do you guys have any closing remarks? We need some closing remarks before the show ends, you guys.
There is a affirmation that opens up the Heal Thyself book. It was written about 40 years ago, and it's this: the power to heal is within me, and I have the mighty power to heal myself. And so that's given to us from Allah, from the Most High, to be in that alignment that we can heal through nature's call. And the closing of that connects to the books that are coming out at the end of this month, the 22nd. They'll start going out and prepare for your seven books and 7 workshops. And this is in the Healer's Kitchen. And it says this is something we can all begin to take on as we learn and study and apply and use food as medicine. And we say, if you could say it with me, I'll do a call and respond. I am a healer.
I am a healer.
And I'm healing myself and all my relations.
And I'm healing myself in all my relations.
For all my relations are my reflection.
For all of my relations is my reflection.
Therefore, as I heal myself,
Therefore, as I heal myself,
I heal all my relations.
I
all relations.
And so it is.
So
be inspired to continue to live a life of healing. And it will spread. Disease spreads because we don't have knowledge. When we get the knowledge to heal ourselves, then no longer disease will spread throughout our families and our community, but wellness will spread into each and every heart and each and every family and within our communities. So thank you so much. This has been so exhilarating. And Savor Days continues because I'm still here and I'm with you. So this is
most definitely. I would say for the closeout would just echo Queen with the 7-book series. The next workshop classes actually begin May 31st. And so for more information, the email was put up. Please just envision. The WCC is the Wellness Community Connect, connecting city by city. And within the city is the communities. And within the community is the families. And within the families is the individuals. So we are connecting, and as we know, believers, closing the gaps. We are closing the gaps, like the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan teaches us daily. We must close the gaps. The gaps of our mind to our heart chakra. Okay? And the ancestors, the 7, Mother Queen has birthed the vision through the city of wellness. These 7 books take us into the 7 kitchens of consciousness to close the gaps of our different areas. I don't want to go into a workshop because I'll get excited, but I want to invite you, go to queenafua.com, check out the program, or email us and we'll have a one-on-one session. Yeah. Thank you so much, Sister Angelica. Mother Queen, salute.
Thank you. Salute. Thank you, Sister Angelica.
Yes.
Thank you, Love and Majesty. Thank you.
Sister Jeanne. And again, thank you all for joining us today. And we leave you all as we came. Assalamu alaikum, peace, healing, and light.
Walaikum salam.
Welcome to Healing with Angelica.
Thank you.